So my canister here is already charged with a mixture of 97% water and 3% fine agent. Let's see how it performs. By the way, I'm not a firefighter, so if I do it wrong, please forgive me.
Do you know how long it took us to get it going?
No reignition. I can lay my hand on it. Remember the cooling effect? If you extinguish a fire with water alone, one statement I failed to mention earlier, Trident is an all-class fire foam, meaning every type of fire, including lithium batteries. My friend Savage always says the purpose for using a helicopter is to cool down the fire so that people on the ground can put out the fire. Now with Trident, those who use aerial firefighting, once it lands on the fire is out. Therefore, you need limited amount of personnel on the ground, as long as you can fly your plane. With this extinguisher, you have a 60-second discharge time frame. So let me put this out before it goes too far.
All right, first of all, today we're very proud to introduce a brand new CAPS unit. It might look familiar to people that already have seen some of these and worked with them. I see a lot of faces with that already got some of these machines, and it's basically an evolution of what we've done before. The big difference is we try to keep it as compact as possible. Let's start with the beginning. Compressed air foam, that's what CAF stands for. We started the development in 2019 on request of one of the bigger forestry companies. Said they see that as the future, and they wanted to import, and we said import price is too high, it's too expensive, and we don't know how it works. So Plan, I decided to design and start to investigate what CAFS is, and we learned the hard way, and we came up with the CAFS 300, which is our first model that is very popular. There's close to 200 of those units out there, and they've literally put out hundreds of thousands of fires and saved hectares and lives. So what we're saying is the big difference, this model is now powered by air supplied by a screw compressor, which is a game changer in terms of performance, because this machine, it's all about a recipe, it's all about proportion. This is truly a recipe. It's all about air, water, and getting your mix ratio with your foam concentrate in the containers there. If you can add more air, you can add more water and make better quality and more foam. In this case, this machine has got two lines that we can run simultaneously, and each manipulate one drier foam, one wetter foam, as you would like it. So it's got the capacity of two machines. With compressed air foam, we attack the fire triangle from all three sides. And that's why the reason it doesn't work 3 times better, it works 10 times better. Great. So the moment the foam particle hits the plant material, hits the wall, hits the whatever is on fire, it will stick to it, and the little bit of water that's in the mixture will transfer from the foam into the material, and it will wet the material to the core right through. We've got 1,000 liters of water in this unit here. Through the CAFS unit, we'll do in excess of 10,000 liters of foam. Physically, if we catch up this foam in tanks and volume, 1,000 liters will make 10,000 liters. So it immediately makes sense. It makes a smaller vehicle faster reacting and giving it so much more capability. So the other thing, ergonomic wise, we only run CAFs with lay flats. In this case, this pipe weighs virtually the same as it weighs now once it's filled with foam, because there's so little water inside it. Joining hoses quickly with the clamping, because it's not water, compressed air is compressible, so we can clamp the pipe or pinch the pipe and join. It's so quick. I'm not the fittest person, but I lay out half a kilometer of hose in a couple of minutes time. See how it sticks to the plant itself, like a little bit wetter. The wetter it gets, the harder it's also going to push back. You can throw it a lot further now.
One of our main brands we bring in is TFT, Task Force Tips. We'll do anything from a tiny little twister nozzle, which will do 37 litres to 97 litres or to 150 litres per minute. You can put it on the back of the skid unit, you could use it on the hose reels of these trucks. To a typhoon monitor, which can do 30,000 litres and it's remote controlled. So we do a wide range of water flow devices. We do the Godiva, the portable pumps, we do TFT, we do Bullard, so the Bullard helmets, thermal imaging, we do the S-Box fire hoses, we do Supervac for confined space, we do heart rescue equipment, high tech, so if you've got any rescue needs, we do lighting from Night Searcher. And we are generally the importers of these brands into the country. So you'll see most municipal firemen are wearing our Viking fire boots, the Bullard helmets, the high safety gloves, LeMay bunker suits, that kind of thing. And in the forestry side of things, especially in the Cape, there's a lot of people now wearing the Bullard wildfire helmets. In brief, I've got here what we call the Pro Pack and a few handline nozzles here. This Pro Pack is a foam induction system at the end of the line. It was developed for those California wildfires because you've got to lay a long system of lines before you get to the fire. And what is happening is the foam was getting inducted at the trucks. By the time it got out the hose on the other end, it had lost a lot of its foam. And it's induction at the end of the line. The way the induction works is over here, there's a pickup tube that goes all the way to the bottom. And just on this dial here, it's a simple off, 1%, 3%, 6%. You can also turn it around and go 0.1 to 1%, and that's more for mopping up applications. Fits 9 litres of foam in here. The foam you can simply put in like that, you pour it in. This is just to keep the debris out, nothing fancy. And then you've got over here to see what foam you've got in here. This can take any foam. This here you've got 3 nozzle systems. The high expansion, medium expansion, and a lower expansion. And you also get a piercing nozzle for it. So you can put it on the front of it, you can put a piercing nozzle. That's quite nice in the Cape where you've got the fynbos and the fires run under the ground. So that's quite nice in that application. Up here it's not too necessary. And it's very simple. Training people is quite easy. It's like a motorbike. It's off, on. This can take low pressure, 3 to 4 bar, or it can take high pressure up to 40 bar. Your inlet is a 1-inch BSP thread, so you can change your inlet options from a gecko if you wanted a high pressure inlet, depending on what your application is and what your source of your water feed is. The water will then run through here, picks up with the pickup tube, and then it gives you your foam. Your biggest issue with foam is obviously cleaning and flushing afterwards. If we leave it in the system, it's going to make a nice hard snot. I'm sure everyone here does know that. This is a super easy system to clean. All you do is you turn it to off, run your water through, the system's cleaned, you can pack it away and store it for another day. The guys use this in applications in industry, in petrochem, forestry, wildfires. It's got many different applications. It's cost-effective units. You're looking at about 28,000. And there you go, Bob's your uncle. You put it onto your bucky sucky and you're ready to have a foam application. Have a look. It's also really good for hazmat responses. So say you've got a spill and you need to cover that spill. It's a very nice, easy, quick response. Vehicle fires, things like that.
Are you ready?
So you can store it on the vehicle, you can just keep it in the bucky. It's a very practical, easy solution if you want a foam application. And this is a little twister, and then this here is what we call a bubble cup. So say it's exactly the same as that, just got a foam aspirating nozzle on it. And then you get the quadrafog and it's got a quadra cup. So you've got those kind of options as well. So if you've got induction in your truck, there are simple foam applications. Instead of putting your foam branch on the front of your branch, you can also go bubble cup, quadra cup, that kind of thing. Guys, thank you for your time. I'll see you at the airfield.